Our next speaker shows us that anything is possible with the right mindset. She is an activist for people with disabilities and a champion for women's sport in general. She is the subject of a documentary entitled No Limbs, No Limits, which inspired a nation, where she showed her courage and her own personal achievements. Having come all the way from Cork to be with us here tonight, can you please put your hands together for the one and only Joanne over here?
And then he asked me what would I do anyway. And I turned to him, bear in mind I was 10, and I said, fuck up Dad, I'll be a sports journalist today. So while my sporting career was short-lived and a total disaster, I have gone on and campaigned successfully for rights for people with disabilities, spoke at the United Nations, have made 2 documentaries that have aired on RTE1, and one has been seen by over 15 million people worldwide. And looking at my list, I'm surrounded by champions. Literally, my list is nothing in comparison. But looking at my list of achievements and the thing that I enjoy doing, I realise that the very reason that I was probably kicked off that powered shared soccer team is the same reason that I've gone on and done the things that I have done. For me, it was that sheer desire to never stop, that relentlessness to change things until they were perfect, and that same attitude to do it myself when I felt others wouldn't pull their weight. So that's why for all these years being a sports writer, whenever the name Sinead Reel and Armagh LGFA pop up, I've always felt a sense of connection because I know you're the exact same as me, that you'll continue to keep ploughing on, even if people say no, you'll continue to do so. So everyone in Armagh deserve a warm round of applause for everything you've done so far as well. I suppose the question that I get all the time is, do I ever get angry? Do I ever get upset or down in the dumps or whatever because I was born the way that I was? And obviously sometimes I do, don't get me wrong. But I'm very lucky that I have a great family, amazing friends, and more importantly, a strong sense of self. So I have 2 sporting metaphors to share with you. If your managers want to rob any of these quotes, feel free, but tell them all how great I am in the process when you're writing these. So the first one is called rowing the boat. So rowing the boat has nothing to do with football or sports really. Rowing the boat is just a mindset. So rowing the boat means doing things the right way and accepting the results that come. It's about being dedicated to the process of winning. Winning every single day by being the very best version of you that you can be. It's about not ignoring the past, but instead always trying to learn from it in order to get better. And more than anything, it's about creating a community that has a positive aura with each individual contributing. Together, through love and trust, you all push forward together. So the process of rowing the boat is broken down into 3 very simple parts. First, you've got your oar. That's the energy you bring to your life, what propels you forward. Obviously, an oar is the only thing that can move a boat. But positive energy breeds love, and love breeds success. Secondly, there's the boat itself, which is made up of sacrifice. It's the thing you're willing to give up in order to achieve something you've never had before. So the more that each individual sacrifices, the more of themselves they're willing to give to others, the bigger the boat actually gets. And when you have a big boat full of people willing to sacrifice for each other, you can brave any single storm that comes your way. And finally, you have your compass, which symbolizes the positive direction that you choose to follow. Ultimately, your compass is determined by who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with the wrong people, you're probably going to do the wrong things. But if you surround yourself with elite people, you're probably going to do elite things. It's as simple as that. So I was joking at the table about, we have this thing in my speech where I call it drunk girl in a toilet advice. I wasn't joking. It's a list of friendly reminders everyone needs to hear that being a good buddy of mine came up. So I just have to highlight, I wasn't in random nightclubs listening to drunk girls' conversations, taking notes like David Attenborough. This was just something we put together ourselves. So stop living for others and live for yourself. Life is short, so don't waste time on trying to gain others' validation. Live more in the moment, take a second to just breathe and forget about yesterday or tomorrow. Stop wishing that your life could be different. The right things and the right people will come at the right time. Be grateful for the little things in life, take responsibility for your life, and stop blaming other things or other people for your own downfalls. Be the kindest person that you can be, not only to others, but more importantly to yourself. Take care of yourself, rest when you need to, drink some water, and put on that face mask. That's the skincare ones nowadays. Don't wait for the perfect time to do that thing. Don't wait for yourself to become confident, or the new year, or that spark of inspiration. Start now, because there is no perfect time. Treat every day as a new beginning. You can start over whenever it is you feel you need to. And do your best. Even if you're not where you want to be right now, keep going, because hard work will always pay off. So if any of you are in the toilet later and we're all a little bit tipsy, I will be in the toilet taking notes on all your conversations. So say something as profound as that, if possible. We're obviously here today to celebrate everyone and everything involved in Armagh ladies football, and everyone here who has shown incredible commitment, determination, and motivation to be where you are today. And I can only encourage you all to never lose your spark. Because according to American author Bruce Barton, if you have anything really valuable to contribute to the world, it will come through the expression of your own personality, that single spark of divinity that sets you off and makes you different from every other living creature. So every single one of you is strong, smart, and talented. And I know because I've seen this already. I've never seen so many trophies in my life. I was saying it at the table. I recently joined a team in Kerry, Killarney Legion, and they got to one county final since I made it, and they've lost everything since. So I'm looking at trophies going, what's that foreign object? I don't recognize it. But you're the ones who have the freedom, if you choose to use it, to think of new possibilities and crazy ideas. Because these are the only things that can help us become a country that is equal and fair. People ask me all the time about my activism, what's an activist, how do I become an activist, do I have to burn my bra or anything like that? And I'm like, hang on to the bra, especially if it's Dunn's or M&S or Marks and Spencer's. They're the good quality bras. But an activist is anyone who cares about something and has a talent that they're willing to put towards it. So every single one of us needs to prioritize. What is it that touches your heart the most? What I always tell people is, I can teach you about the law, and I can teach you about the various issues that are occurring today, but I can't teach you how to have heart. You see, we don't need a movement full of experts. We need people who care deeply to stand up and offer what they have, because there's a role for everyone. It's not about everyone trying to become the next, future Armagh ladies footballer, international soccer player, Greta Thunberg, Malala, you name it, whoever, or even Martin Luther King Jr., because even he had clergymen and journalists and artists like Harry Belafonte. It's about how we connect to our neighbour and offer our skill set. As Mr. Belafonte has said, don't pay me back, pay back to the cause. There are obviously loads of people here today, and if you look around you, you will see leaders and innovators of all types. These are not just your teammates or your peers, they are your allies and they are your partners. They are your confidants and they are your collaborators. People working together and taking an active role in the development of their team and their community. Thus, the development of your country can achieve things once considered impossible. I think it was Howard Thurman, a modern civil rights activist and educator, who said, don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive. What the world needs is for people to come alive. And there's absolutely no reason you cannot do the same if you work together, help one another, and mentor those behind you. As I said earlier, every single one of you is strong, smart, and talented. But together, you will truly be unstoppable and achieve great things. I could not be happier for all of you and the incredible work that was put into not only this event, but this whole year. You could not lose the hope and ambition that brought you here today. You have before you a wealth of knowledge, information, ideas, and opportunities. Most importantly, you have each other to help you to create the teams you want to deserve, the communities you want to deserve, and the country you want to deserve. And always remember, you live for an average of 70 years, but if you leave people something to remember you by, you shall live forever. So thanks very much for listening to me. I will be in the toilet with the drummer and the guys. But thanks very much.
Thanks once again to Joanne for an incredible speech.